Greetings, this is Slosh and welcome back to Banished. What we're actually going to do here is we're going to start a brand new playthrough. We are going to be starting a playthrough using the Colonial Charter, the Forge Awakens mod version 1.62. So we're going to jump straight into here. We're going to call this one Sloshville, because I'm a very creative person. So we're going to call this one Sloshville. We're going to put it in. You can see all the Colonial Charter things that we have here. I was thinking we might go with verdant plains. That sounds pretty nice. We're going to go with very large. We are going to have very harsh climate. Disasters on. Starting conditions are going to be Adam and Eve. We start with just 2 people, a small amount of food, firewood and clothing is provided in a small storage cart. No structures have been built, no seeds or livestock are initially available. You will have to survive and acquire everything. Now, one of the really cool things is that in Colonial Charter there is just so much more stuff. I can't even begin to describe to you how much extra stuff there is. Some of the stuff does run off the same workers, so your blacksmiths and the people working in your foundries, I think, work off the same number. So sometimes you do have to completely micromanage and stop one particular building to get the other ones to work. But other than that, it is pretty amazing. Yeah, this is without a doubt one of the best mods that I've ever seen. And it's phenomenal. I can't even begin to describe how much this changes the game, especially starting with Adam and Eve, which is kind of weird, which means we have an incestual kind of village where everybody's related to everyone until nomads arrive. So we're just going to pause this and we're just going to have a look at the map. Let's just start by getting all the stuff we need, and we want to get the full scrolling profession list. Now, I'm just going to move that over to here for now. I'm going to move the map down to there. I'm going to move this down here. This is going to be up the top because I always like to have that up the top. That's going to be there. And this will give you a bit of an idea of how many extra things there are. The fact that we have all of these extra professions. Look at how many there are there. So that's got that done. Let's have a look. We're going to have a scroll around and see how much bigger this map is. Like, it is fucking enormous. I mean, look how big that is. Now, we were here. So we are here in the middle of these villages here. Now, I think this is actually probably a pretty good place to start. So what we're going to do is we are going to... First things first, when I first was practicing around with this, I didn't realise that if you didn't have anywhere to put any of the trees in that, then you wouldn't even be able to clear stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to clear those rocks and those trees. We have 0 stone, 0 logs. We have, as you can see, we have 250 apples, firewood, some coats and some tools. So we actually don't really have all that much stuff at all. So we're going to start clearing them. We are going to build a... Now, this one, you have all these extra houses, like rows of houses that you can build that, you know, you can build actual villages, and you have... This is one of my favourite ones. Is it this one? Or is it this one? Colonial house. Yeah, the tunnel house. Look, a tunnel that people can go through. Wait a minute. No, I want a tunnel house. Yeah, people can walk through your house, so you can have a line of houses, and it's just the difference is insane. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one tiny shack, which is going to be right here. So we're going to change to have 1 builder and 1 labourer. We're going to have that. We are going to build a... See, we've got raw food gathering, food refining, transparent fields. Serious, I couldn't even begin to just show you all of it now. So we're going to build a gathering hut. And we're going to build it down here. Because we have to build it down there. We are also... I'm just going to pause that one for now. We're going to let this go... actually going to let this go in 1 speed, so things are actually happening while I'm talking. We are going to build... Now, where are you? We need to build... We've got the gatherers coming. We're going to build... Is it this one? We don't want a forester. Is it in here? We want to build a lumber and construction. Now, we need... A saw pit is a very slow method of curating lumber. Use the flat terrain tool to remove this building. What have we got here? Where's the little one? So we've got this, a very fast work speed. We'll use stuff quickly. Let's have a look. Is this a small one? Yeah, that's the tiny one. We can just very fast work speed. This is the water sawmill. Oh, here it is. There's the chopper, small, less formal area. Alright, so basically we're just going to build this little one down here. Just for now. I'm kind of feeling like we should build it just here so it's out of the way. And we will build another just normal stockpile to start with. And we will actually expand that to everything in a bit, because you can now have fuel stockpiles, stone stockpiles, iron stockpiles, materials, and wood. So we're gonna work on all of that stuff when we get a chance. We're gonna move this a little bit faster. That is gonna be the way it is. That's gonna be the way it is. We've got some logs in there, and we are building. Tiny Shack is gonna be there. All right. So we got to watch these guys. I'm really hoping that I don't screw this up, because I could screw this up quite easily. Now the builders are removing this tree. That's been removed. Now they're going to start carrying the stuff there now. Where are you going? What did you put in there? Maybe I got some food. I don't know. What are you doing? We've got 19 log and 14 stone in there. That's enough to build that. Alright, so we're going to do this. This is one thing I've found with this mod, is sometimes when you've got too many things going on, you need to stop it to make them actually take the stuff over here and do it. So once we've got this started building, then I will start harvesting some more stuff. But until then, if we don't do it like this, okay, so we're going to do this one next, and you're just going to clear that one first, which is good. So these guys will now have somewhere to live. And we will do just this, just get those couple of trees and stuff, and that should be fine. And we'll be clearing this one. We've got 6 things to clear there. What are we short on? Reserve of food is low. How much food have we got in there? Well, we've got 126 food. I think they're carrying it all in there now. So yeah, we got plenty of food in there to last you guys a little while. But it really does become pretty important to get some other stuff going. I'm actually going to remove this building because I don't want it there. But if we go in here again, just to double check, we'll get the chopper, which is the less formal area. We're going to have that down there. And we're going to actually pause that because I don't want to be worrying about that right now. And we're going to be building a log cabin because I really dig the log cabins. You can actually upgrade all the buildings now. Okay, so we're going to have this one here. This is a building here, so we're going to build that there. We're going to pause that for now, and this is going to be a very slow start to this, but it is actually really difficult. And there's so many different things you can do now that you didn't used to be able to do that it's absolutely fascinating to see how it all goes together. Okay, so we've got one working up here still. We've got our little hut there, so we have Darvel and Iramani. They are the only people that exist here. Tiny house. So we could actually upgrade that to 8 with 8 wood and 4 stone, but if we upgrade that now, they have nowhere to live. I'm considering trying to force them down here, but I really want to get this built first. So we're just going to do this again. We're just going to cancel everything we're doing, and we're going to kind of watch what's happening. This is why we're not playing it on 10 speed, we're playing it on 5 speed so we can see what's going on. So we have 18 out of 30 there, 24 out of 30. We have 2 stone. I guess we could do this and collect that stone. So they'll go collect this. Are you guys going to do that, or are you going to take the wood down? So we've got 30 out of 30 wood there. Are you guys collecting all this stone? I think they are. So the good thing is they've got somewhere to live, they do have enough food, and once we get the gatherer's hut up and running, we'll be in a much better position. Plus, once we get the firewood, the chopper going here, it doesn't cost very much at all. It's 12 logs and 4 stone. It's really easy to do. You guys, what are you guys doing? You guys doing? You guys staying in the house? You guys gonna come down here? I really want you to come down here. Look at all that stone and iron. Now, actually, one of the interesting things is the iron you get off the ground is iron ore, and you have to convert that to being iron using a foundry or a smelter, and that can actually take a bit of a time. Let's just get 2 builders done so we get this done as quickly as possible, because I really want this to be done. It's early summer, it's going slowly, but I would prefer that we were finished it, because it really... there's a couple of playthroughs I tried off camera, and I managed to get myself killed in the 3rd year because I tried to upgrade a building in the middle of winter, and we froze to death out in the snow. So you do have to be a bit careful. Alright, we're going to do that. A child named Parik was born. So we got one person... I thought we'd finished that. Come on, guys. Oh, where is the person? Darvel is working. Are you coming down here to actually work on it? Because I'd like you to. Alright, so we need one person working there. We have to get one person working there, and we have one labourer. So we're just going to let that kind of pan out, and I would like to get this log cabin built to move them out of this tiny shack, because the tiny shacks, as I said, this is the limit that we're going to get. We're going to get 1 child and 2 adults, and that's it. And for this particular playthrough with the Adam and Eve, you do have to get to that second couple relatively fast, because if you don't, you could actually age yourself out of being able to do it. So we got you. Let's actually pin that in the corner just to kind of see how much food we're getting, and just keep an eye on it. Logs is low, it's fine. Can we build this though? Oh, there's ducks in it now. Did you hear the ducks? I don't know if you'll be able to hear it from here. Alright, so let's have the turn into a builder. So we have one person building. So now we can do more firewood when we need it, and when we're going to build this log cabin. As I said, the log cabins are actually pretty damn good, and I'm thinking we might get a forester at some point in the near future too. But we're going to clear all of this top bit out first. Is that built? Are you guys going to build it or what? So we're not getting a huge amount from here, but we definitely need to leave them on there. We do have 5 tools left, so we will need to get a blacksmith up and running pretty quickly too, because this is the problem. If you don't get the blacksmith up and running relatively quickly, so let's actually do that before I start thinking about it too much. So the blacksmith. Okay, so what we're going to do is that's there, that's there, that's there. That gives a gap in between, so that's fine. Then people can walk every which way there, which is good. That's almost built. And we're just going to keep an eye on the amount of wood that we have there. And we're just going to do this. So these things here, I think those are... And this is one of the great things. You have collect wild foods. So you can do that, and you can see there's food on the ground up there, which would be nice to get. But we've got a lot here from the gatherer, so that's good. The food there is going up. Food's not going to get stored there. The reserve of firewood's low. Yeah, but how much is in the how much is in the house? 55. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. How much iron ore do we have? Okay, so we need to get the iron ore as well. I'm going to get the iron and a little bit from down there just to get enough to get us through. We've got enough food actually, so let's just drop the gatherers. This is the thing, you've really got to kind of watch this as you go. So we're going to drop the gatherers down, so we do have 2 labourers. They appear to be grabbing stuff from where? Oh, they're getting this. That's cool. So she grabbed some stuff. This is she's a labourer now, so that's cool. I can hear you, Mr. Ducky. And you're going to chop down some trees, which is good because we need some logs and we need some stone. Iron ore, stone, logs. I kind of feel like I want to get that built first before we build that, just so that we do actually have it built, because if we don't, we will be a bit screwed. This is actually pretty brutal. it's it's hard to accurately kind of explain how quickly you can die. Let's just turn it up to 10 just for a little bit and see if we start bringing stuff here. Got plenty of stone up there. We've got firewood up there, which is good. We're removing stuff from there, which is excellent. Well, as soon as we remove this log, I mean, we've got to get out of this house and we've got to get into this one, so that's fine. We've removed everything from there. We're dropping logs off, which is good. Let's just put it onto one builder. Now I'm watching the food go down, which is okay. The logs are down to 1. Nah, man, we've got enough logs. Yeah, we do. Okay, so you're going to build that. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to finish off all that. That's good. And get that built. And then once that's built, I'm actually going to demolish this one up here. Even though that's probably a crazy way to do things, I am going to do it because the other one was just an emergency one. So it's paused now. We are going to remove this structure, and the family should move in here and bring everything here. Alright, so we've got everybody's moved in there. They should move all of the stuff from the inventory in this one pretty much straight away. They say there's no food in there, but there totally is. Alright, now we're going to build, because there's lots of market buildings and all that kind of stuff, but the first thing we're going to build is just a normal storage barn, because we need to acknowledge that actually needs to be built. And we're just going to put that here like that. Now, I want one builder there. What is the other thing that we're building? Is it that them oh, it's a builder taking it down. Okay, so we're going to leave that to take that down. That's cool. We have them there, and they've got some food. We're going to do that thing again, where we're just going to ignore the fact that we were doing all that stuff because everything's gone horribly wrong. So we've got 2 builders now. Actually, no, this is really important. We need to get a gatherer up and gathering stuff because we don't have any food. I really don't want to starve either. So let's just get this up and pinned so I can keep an eye on that. Our food is what? 22. So you are taking the storage out of there. You can either probably take it up to the storage cart or you can take it down here. Now, we probably have enough to build that, don't we? Okay, we've got enough. Let's drop this down, drop that down, and we're going to get 2 builders. This is the problem. What do you mean? Okay, no, oh, sorry, that's the one I want to go down. Builders can go up. There's one for there. Well, there's 2 working there. They're demolishing it and taking everything else. So there's 24% left, 22% left, 6% storage remaining. Almost dealt with this. It is late spring. And what are you going to do? You going to take it apart? You going to remove it for me? Let's take it down. Yes, that's going through quite quickly. Really kind of prefer that it had been done already, but what can I do? Can you just demolish it, please? 80% demolished. Can you just demolish it, please? Please? It's early summer, so we've gone through a winter, so that's good. We've got this one here. We've got 2 people working on it. I'm actually going to drop that down, so we've got a labourer, and then we're going to put that back up to 1. So we've got 1 person working on this, which is fine. They can basically do everything all by themselves. We've got the firewood that we need. We've got the tools we're okay with at the moment, which is good. Because we only have 2 people really that are using tools. We have a child that is how old? 4. Just turned 5. Just turned 5. Even though we're only in season 2. So, I mean, how do you turn 5 in 2 seasons? But not going to complain because otherwise we'd be just flat out dead. Reserve of stone is low. Yeah, I know it is. But we'll collect that and we'll do that over there and we'll do that there and we'll do that there. at some point. So you've just got a few more stone to carry there, and you're picking up resources, so that's good. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully that'll be all of it. Don't just drop it on the ground. Excellent, so you're building it, so that's good. So we've got the storage barn, and then after storage barn we will build the blacksmith, and then it's really a matter of us just expanding slowly and getting more population, but supporting it with food and different crops. And we're not necessarily going to worry too much about trading just yet, but one of the great things, I'll just pause it so I can show you, is if we go to the market buildings, the trade buildings, you can actually get farm suppliers. So these are markets where you literally will only get seeds and animals, and like this one's just industry, just dry goods, just food. Charter companies willing to trade for many items. They will pack and exchange goods in return for useful refined items. These items are ordered on demand, incur an 8% tax increase over the normal trade, so that's kind of cool. Smuggler's Dock employs a bootlegger and can provide your town with a variety of luxury items as long as you have the gold gilder to pay him, so we need to get a gold gilder. Fruit seller stores fruit and vegetables and products that contain... See, this is one of the great things. These storage sellers here, say we want to store food here. Is this going to work? We have to do it on the side of the building, don't we? So we can actually have a couple of sellers coming off the side here, or all along this side, all along there, which isn't going to help because there's not going to be any room to get past there, and for some reason it won't work on the back. But you can have food sellers, you can have fuel sellers, material sellers, so you can actually have some pretty cool stuff like just off your actual place. So I'm going to build that. The storage barn's built, which is great. Now you can see here, there's the, I'm pointing but you can't see me pointing, there's a little brick there, which is a building material. So I'll show you that in, I think it's in this one. And it's in here. So that's a building supplier. That makes building suppliers. A building supplier is a craftsperson who compiles the resources necessary to build complex structures into transportable packages, a vital function when building houses or large buildings. And then there's homewares supplier. So they can build the stuff to upgrade. For example, to upgrade that, you need a homewares supplier. It's that last brick on the right. So it's things that you need to kind of consider as you're doing stuff in this game, is what am I aiming to build and what do I really want to have available next. So we're just going to do that. The gatherer is going to do quite well with the food. We're storing everything in there, so that's fine. It would be nice to clear that. Plywood 13. Let's just remove that. So we actually have nothing up here whatsoever. I will remove everything from there at some point, but not just yet. We don't need to. I can hear those ducks. Where are they? Okay, so the gatherer's hut's doing fine. The storage barn's good. This building has enough to keep having different people in there. Our kids are still 6. How much firewood do we have in there? 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down and we're going to put that up. So she's just going to come and start chopping wood here. Which is, I love it. There's this tiny little wood chopper. What are we on? Reserve the logs. It's so difficult with just 2 people swapping in between all these things. Our tools are down to 2 as well, which is a big problem. So we need to get this built as quickly as we can. Let's just stop all of the things that's not iron, because iron's what we need. Okay, so we'll do that because then we will be able to build that because we've got 12 out of 6. Oh, actually, we need stone as well, don't we? Let's just get both of them. Iron and stone. There we go. We've got 16 logs, which is great because you can turn this into fuel. So we have a little bit of firewood. There we go. We'll turn you into labour as well, so that's cool. How old is it to be a child? Child's 7. Whew, I'd really like to get another house built so he's got somewhere to go into, but he doesn't need to go anywhere until he's actually got somebody that he can be in a marriage with and have babies with, even though it's going to be his sister, which is messed up. But when that's all that's left in the entire world, you don't have much of an option, do you? We've got enough iron almost. Okay, so that's cleared. I wonder if it's worth just doing that now, so they don't walk all that way. Alright, so if we do this, if we do that, that is being demolished, that's good. We've got all the iron ore we need, so we'll just do this, and then we'll just get stone. Alright, so we're just collecting stone now. Food's on 76 still, so shit. We've got excess iron ore, which is good because we're going to need that afterwards. 7% storage, 6% storage. What are you carrying? Hide coats and stone. What have we got left in there? I wish it kind of told you what was in there, but it doesn't. You're a child. Cold and finding somewhere warm. Okay, go all the way back to your house. It's probably a good idea. It is early spring and it is 20 degrees, so that's pretty cold. 17 out of 55 stone. Really would prefer to get this done faster rather than slower. We're at 5%, carrying all the stuff down here. We've got some reeds, good old reeds. You can actually use them to make clothes. Reeds and feathers, so you can kill ducks and make clothes out of them, which is pretty cool. So you guys are taking the healing oil. I guess this thing only carry a certain amount of things. I am concerned, we're at 1%, come on guys. Oh, it's still at 10 times, so I really do need to pay attention to this. You guys gonna... Excellent, that's everything. So we've moved down here now, which is a fantastic thing. We don't have to worry so much now. Yep, so you're going to get all the stone. We are going to be okay. We're going to be okay, guys. It's gonna work out alright. We'll get that stone there. And we'll get a little bit of iron. Or it's going to have a little bit of a lag. That's alright, we're going to clear that. You are getting there. How old are you now? 9. So yeah, like I said, we don't necessarily want him to be able to move into the next building just yet, but we do need to have the buildings. We can't just stagnate. If we stagnate, we will die. So we're going to build a log cabin. And we're going to make it look the same. I'm just going to pause that there. Just get this one finished here, and then pause that there. We are down to no food at all, so we're just going to start gathering. Tariq has become an adult. Yes, we have a 10, and they've just had a daughter, Elenita. The reserve of tools is low. That's because somebody just became an adult, but that's okay. We're going to finish this. Once that's finished, we're going to build 50 tools. So we're gathering here. We have 1 labourer and we have 1 builder. And we have enough firewood to last for a little bit. We're going to... yeah, good, that's not paused. We're not going to worry about pausing that. Hey, working hard, man. And we got the little kid there, firewood there, logs there. Excellent. So we've got this little kind of hamlet that's just 1 family. And you zoom out and you just think, how am I ever going to fill this entire thing? But I guarantee by the end of this playthrough, no matter how many episodes we have, we are going to have a fully running Colonial Charter town, because I have to see how all of this works together. It is absolutely fascinating to me. Now, we're going to build rough tools. They are not quite as good as normal tools, but there's no other option. So we're going to build them. The food we are collecting, we're doing quite well. What don't you have enough of? Alright, that's a bit of an issue. So we're just going to do this, and we're just going to do all the trees like that, just so we've got a bit of a clearing, we've got something to work with. The labourers are going to go do that because we don't have enough logs to do that. We don't have any tools at all, so we have to get some tools. Yeah. So I'm going to be happy with 50 tools, and then I'm going to, I guess when you get a little bit more food, we're going to be able to make a builder at some point really soon. But this is the perfect place to end this. We are slowly working our way through the Adam and Eve playthrough of the Colonial Charter mod. It is absolutely the most in-depth and amazing mod that I think I've ever seen, so I can't wait to show you guys some of it. I only know a tiny, like I've only scratched the surface of what this mod can do, and I can't wait to see what it's like to have it up and running with just, basically, I'm hoping to have this entire side here being one settlement just this side of the river, have little hamlets off and little villages and stuff like that, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Any hints or questions or suggestions or whatever, please do leave them down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you guys next time.